An amiable welcome to everyone. This is your Allied Lecdem channel to enhance your understanding. Our department videos will available in playlist. You can check it. Today's topic is about anatomy of the kidney. A short difference between anatomy and physiology is anatomy deals with the structure of the parts of an organism, while physiology studies the way that the parts functions together. Here we can see the parts present in the kidney. We move on to the functions of the kidney. Kidney balances the fluid in our body and it removes waste product from the blood and maintains normal blood pressure by balancing electrolytes such as sodium and potassium. Also, it regulates bone mineralization and involves in the production of RBC. Location of the kidney. Kidney are a pair of excretory organ situated on the posterior abdominal wall above the waist. It extends from upper border of thoracic 12th to lumbar 3rd vertebrae, and it is partially protected by 11th and 12th pair of ribs. Height and weight of the kidney. The length of each kidney is 11 cm long, breadth 6 cm and thickness 3 cm. The weight of the kidney in male is 150 gram and female is 135 gram. The shape and color of the kidney. We know that kidneys are bean shaped and red in color. The coverings of the kidney are fibrous capsule, perirenal fat, renal fascia, pararenal fat. The right kidney is lower than the left because the liver occupies the space on the right side superior to the kidney. They are retroperitoneal organ because the kidney are located in abdomen but they are not surrounded by peritoneum. Instead that they are located posterior to it. So they are called as retroperitoneal organ. Let's see what are the organs associated with the kidney. Superior side right adrenal gland, anterior side right lobe of the liver, duodenum, hepatic flexure of the colon, posterior side 12th rib of diaphragm, muscles of posterior abdominal wall like psoas major, quadratus lumborum and transverse abdominis. Here is the picture of organ associated with the kidney. At the right side of the kidney, we can see adrenal gland, duodenum, liver, hepatic flexure, small intestine, renal artery, inferior vena cava. At the left side, we can see stomach, spleen, pancreas, jejunum, splenic flexure, ureter, renal vein, aorta. Protecting layers of the kidney. There are 3 layers of connective tissue. The inner layer is renal capsule, middle layer adipose capsule, outer layer renal fascia. Let's see in detail about the layers. Deep layer is renal capsule. It's a smooth sheet of dense irregular connective tissue continues with outer coat of ureter. It serves as a barrier against trauma and helps to maintain the kidney shape. Middle layer is adipose capsule. Mass fatty tissue surrounds the renal capsule, protects kidney from trauma. Superficial layer is renal fascia. Another thin layer of dense irregular tissue that covers the surrounding structure and the abdominal wall. Let's see about the gross structure of the kidney. The gross structure are fibrous capsule, cortex, medulla. Next, let's see small notes on gross structure. The kidney is surrounded by renal fibrous capsule and it is made up of dense fibrous connective tissue. Cortex. Cortex is a reddish brown layer of tissue situated below the capsule and outside the pyramid. Next, the innermost layer is medulla consisting of pale conical shaped striations called renal pyramid. Hilum. Hilum is the concave medial border or deep fissure of the kidney where renal blood, lymph vessel, ureter and nerve enters the kidney. Next is the funnel shaped structure of the kidney is renal pelvis which acts as a receptacle, that is holder of the urine formed by the kidney. It has a number of distal branches called calyces. Each calyces surrounds the apex of the pyramid. The urine formed in the kidney passes through papillae at the apex of the pyramid into minor calyx before passing through the pelvis into the ureter. The wall of the pelvis contains smooth muscle and are lined with transitional epithelium. Peristalsis of the smooth muscle in the wall of the calyces passes the urine through the pelvis, ureter and to the bladder. We move on to the nephron. Nephron is the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Approximately there are 1 million of nephron in each kidney. Each nephron has two components, tubular and vascular. We see a short detail about tubular component. It is a hollow fluid filled tube with single layer of epithelial cells. The component of tubular is Bowman's capsule, proximal converted tubule, loop of Henle. In loop of Henle, we can see descending limb is thin, ascending limb is thin and thick part. Distal converted tubule, collecting duct, juxtaglomerular apparatus. Next is vascular component of nephron. Vascular component is dominant part of the glomerulus. Glomerulus is stuffed of glomerular capillaries, where large amount of fluid and solutes are filtered from the blood. There are two types of nephron. The two types of nephron are distinguished by location and length of the structure. They are juxtamedullary nephron and cortical nephron. We see about short note on urine formation. The basic renal process are glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption and tubular secretion, and the urine results from these three processes. Excretion is equal to filtration minus reabsorption plus secretion. The important points about nephron are all nephron originate in cortex. Glomeruli of cortical nephron lie in the outer layer of cortex and glomeruli of juxtamedullary nephron lie in the inner layer of cortex near medulla. The kidney cannot regenerate new nephron. The aging causes gradual decrease in nephron number. Next is renal artery. This is the artery responsible for bringing blood to the kidney from the left side of the heart. For each day, the kidney passes through 200 quarts of blood. That means this blood contains glucose and oxygen. The incoming artery going into each kidney divide into 4 or 5 branches and then form arterioles. The abdominal aorta which branch off into renal artery in right and left kidney. Next, we see the blood supply to the kidney by artery through abdominal aorta, renal artery, segmental artery, lobar artery, interlobar artery, arcuate artery, interlobular artery and then afferent glomerular arterioles. Renal vein. In renal vein, the remained filtered blood is returned to the right side of the heart after all the urea and impurities have been removed. The inferior vena cava then branches into renal vein to the left and right kidney. We see the venous supply through interlobular vein, arcuate vein, interlobar vein, renal vein and inferior vena cava. Lymphatic drainage. The lymph vessel follow the arteries. Lymph drains to the lateral aortic lymph nodes around the origin of the renal artery. Nerve supply. The nerve supply is renal sympathetic plexus. Afferent fibers that travel through the renal plexus enters the spinal cord in 10th, 11th and 12th thoracic nerves. The muscles attached to the kidney are quadratus lumborum muscle, iliac muscle, pars major muscle. Finally, we can see the parts of the kidney. Thank you.